Crows and ravens have had a long history of being considered magical within Western culture. In ancient times, priests known as augurs would actually use the flight paths of these birds to divine messages from their gods. In Greek mythology, the god Apollo actually uses a crow to watch over his pregnant lover. And when the crow returns to Apollo with bad news about his lover, he turns its feathers black. Myths like this are prolific throughout all of Western culture when it comes to these beautiful birds. And so I was really excited when I found out that an independent deck based on crows and ravens had been made mass market and published by US Game Systems. So today we're going to dive into the Crow Tarot. Hey Tarot Tribe, it's Dustin from A Modern Metaphysic Man, and today I thought we could hang out and take a trip through the Crow Tarot created by MJ Cullinane. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if that is not the case. As always, before we get started here, I will put links to where you can find this deck as well as get more information about the artist and creator in the description box below, along with a link to my own personal website where you can book a personal tarot reading from me, as well as all of my social media links where you can connect with me. So be sure to check that out when you're finished watching the video. So yeah, let's dive into this. The Crow Tarot was originally an independently produced deck that I believe was done on Kickstarter, and so I was super excited when I found out that US Games had picked it up to republish this year, because I had kind of missed the boat on the indie version of the deck, and yeah, I was super excited when I found out that this version of the deck was coming out. And to top it all off, a lot of the reviews I've seen also stated that this version of the deck was of better quality than the indie deck, which is often not the case. So bravo for US Games sort of stepping it up when it came to this deck. I would love to see more of this. So I don't have the indie version of the deck, so I don't know if that's entirely true or not, but I am very impressed by this. So yeah, let's take a look. So it comes in this really nice, really sturdy two-piece box, which is, you know, uncommon for US Games. The box is really well designed. On the back here it says, paying homage to the mystical energy of crows and ravens, Crow Tarot invites us to fly through the veil and connect with our intuitive powers. This artfully created 78 card deck is infused with the familiar symbolism of the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, making it ideal for both beginners and professional readers. The 88-page guidebook presents upright and reversed meanings and includes a custom Crow Tarot spread. So yeah, it's a really nice box. It has the little thumb cut out so it makes it easy to open. The inside is just this nice sort of bluish gray, and the guidebook that comes with it is actually really nice and substantial. It's really well printed, first of all, and the inside is just full of great information about the cards and the symbolism that is presented within the cards, which is great. So definitely a really good guidebook, definitely worth checking out if you pick up the deck. There's even a little blurb in the back about the artist and the spread that they offer, which is great. So yeah, tons of wonderful info within there. The cards themselves, so here's the bottom of the box, just more of that bluish gray paper, and then the cards themselves. So the card back design is really lovely. It's this sort of repeating leaf motif, which is reversible, which is really great. The cards are larger than a standard tarot deck, so this is a card for comparison from the new Paladini Tarot, which is a standard size tarot deck published by US Games. So you can see here that it is both slightly, as in the Crow Tarot, is both slightly wider and taller than your standard tarot deck. The cardstock itself is really nice. It's that sort of buttery, semi-matte, semi-gloss finish. It's really nice. It's a nice thick cardstock. It's a little bit thicker, I think, than the standard US Games cardstock, which is great. And the artwork in this deck is absolutely beautiful. It is a collage-y, photo manipulated aesthetic with it looks like some hand painting and drawing done on top of it. I'm not entirely sure, but the artwork throughout the entire deck is really cohesive and really beautiful. And all of the cards feature crows and ravens, as well as a few other animals make appearances. And as the back alluded to, each of the cards really does a good job of sort of harkening back to traditional RWS style decks while still being its own thing. They all have this really lovely border and title on the bottom, and from my understanding, the title on these are a little bit nicer than the indie deck version of the deck. So yeah, the cards are absolutely amazing. So let's take a dive through the cards. So that is the Crow Tarot. The cards are absolutely stunning and amazing. I absolutely love the artwork. I love the inclusion of all of the classic symbolism and meaning in all of the cards. Each of the cards is unique while still maintaining sort of the classic design of the RWS, which I just thought was wonderful. Some of the cards that really stand out to me are the Ten of Cups, which I just love. You know, how they depict the happy raven family with, you know, the nest with the two baby ravens and the sunflowers, and, you know, everybody's happy. I love the court cards in this because they have so much personality. The King of Wands here, perched on top of a lion, you know, really sort of expressing that like mastery of passions and strength and things like that. The equally as fun, the King of Cups with his cute little tie, I just absolutely love. you know, the images in the deck really have a ton of intuitive cues to draw from. I love all of the symbolism present within the Two of Cups, especially the representation of the two cups here and how the water flows between them. It reminds me a lot of the Temperance card. The Eight of Swords in this deck has just a really beautiful classic depiction of that card, which I just thought was absolutely wonderful and unique. The Ten of Pentacles I thought was actually a really interesting departure from the classic depiction of this card, as it's set before a church window, which kind of harkens back to, you know, the Three of Pentacles, in which they actually kind of depart again, and you have these ravens sort of picking the freshly sort of grown cherries off of this cherry tree, which is really great. In the major arcana, the cards are just absolutely stunning. The Devil really stood out to me because, you know, traditionally you have two people chained to the devil, and those two people tie back to the people depicted within the Lover's card. And here instead we just have you know, this raven wearing this ram mask, which I just thought was great. But you have this one little sparrow or finch here chained to the foot of the raven, which I thought was a really interesting depiction of that card. I loved the Justice in the major arcana. I love how they depicted Justice as being blind, and then the Strength card. I just love the roses in the Lion, and you very much get the sense that the Lion is yawning, right? Not roaring, which I just thought was wonderful. So yeah, that is the Crow Tarot. It's an absolutely amazingly beautiful deck. I would love to hear what you thought about the Crow Tarot. If you have it, how do you like it? How does it read for you? Definitely post and let me know in the comments below. I love hearing back from you guys. As always, thank you all so much for your love and support. It means the world to me. I love hearing from all of you through YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and emails. It brightens my day every time I get a message or a question from you guys. So keep them coming. And as always, remember, everyone's fighting a battle you know nothing about. So be kind, always. Bye, everybody.